Welcome back to another bonus episode of FunPale Podcast. Happy January, happy 2022. Hopefully everyone is doing very well. And I would like to, number one, make an announcement because January makes FunPale Podcast 1 year old. Yes, it has been a full year since I started this podcast. And even now when I sit and think about it, it went by pretty fast, I have to honestly say. It went by pretty fast. But anyway, I've mentioned in the past that producing the content is a lot. From interviewing my guests to editing the shows, and I don't edit them. I have to give a shout out to Mariah because with my busy schedule, I would not have time. But Mariah makes sure that everything is up to date when it's time to edit the shows for me. I have to give her the credit because I'm not doing all the editing behind the scenes. I need help and I have help. So editing the shows, writing the show notes, and Brooke, thank you very much for writing those show notes for me. A continuous thank you to both of you, Mariah and Brooke. You help me keep things organized and in order behind the scenes. And then on top of that, just, posting on the hosting site, putting the blog post up. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So the fact that I made it a year is phenomenal for me, because for any podcasters out there, y'all know this shit ain't no joke. The behind the scenes, because of course, when you're listening to the podcast, you got your phone, you got your tablet or whatever it is that you use to listen to the podcast, and you just press play, but you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But anyway, I am excited. I made it a year, 63 episodes. That's huge for me. I'm probably going to have another big excitement once I reach 100 episodes. But anyway, January marks 1 year since I've been podcasting, and it is one of the best decisions that I've absolutely made. I'm super excited that, the podcast is as successful as it is right now, and it will continue to be successful in the years to come. So I do have some things up my sleeve for year 2 that I am working on. There's one piece that we're going to be adding that it's called advice time. So right now, when you listen to the podcast, we actually call that story time. And what story time is basically me interviewing their guests, sharing their stories from tragedy to triumph. That's basically what it is. People sharing their stories to be a beacon of light to others. So I am going to add another piece. And what advice time is going to be? Advice time is going to be an opportunity for me to read questions that are sent in by our listeners that they would like answered, for me to talk to you guys kind of face to face. And the nice thing about advice time is going to be recorded, and a piece of the show will be available now on YouTube moving forward. Advice time does not launch until June, and the video portion of the interviews won't be available till pretty much around that time, closer to the end of the year. We're going to have video also available mainly for, I would say, marketing purposes, but also there is going to be video clips that you will see of the interview sessions. So that's one thing that we're moving into. And I am going to have a co-host with me for advice time. I am not going to be doing it by myself, but I will wait to share that with you guys a little later. I always have something up my sleeve, and you'll see who my co-host is for advice time. Advice time is going to be once a month that we're going to do that. So 4 weeks out the month, 1 week is going to be advice time. The other weeks are going to be story time. And that's how the show is going to run. And we're still going to have the schedule of once a week. And I don't think I have anything else to say for this bonus episode. And this is kind of like a special bonus episode video because, again, it is our 1 month birthday, 1 year birthday. The podcast is 1 year old. This is all freaking awesome. I'm really excited, actually, because the fact that I lasted this long, guys, you have no idea that I didn't even think I was going to last this long. But either way, I did. And I am excited. And I'm excited for year 2. And again, just remember, if you guys are interested in being a guest, don't forget to go to the website. If you guys do not want to show your face or don't want your voice to be heard, you can still share your story, because I'll read it on, I'll read it over the air for you. And you could still get your short story out there, because listen, we all are out here going through shit, okay? All of us. So if we can just help one person realize that, listen, it is okay. We all out here struggling. We all out here trying to make it. We're all out here doing the best that we possibly can. So stop trying to act like you're perfect behind that camera, when you take your selfies, when you're doing your posts, because God knows I am not. And I have no shame in putting my faults out there and letting you guys know that sometimes I fuck up. That's the bottom line. Sometimes I fuck up, and we all fuck up. But you know what? It's about getting up and just moving forward with whatever it is you got going on in your life. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad, but you got to get up, you got to move forward, and you got to keep it chucking. But anyway, you could be a guest, or I can read your story on the air. And also, for those of you who do take the time to listen to the podcast, please don't forget to leave a review. You could leave a review on the website, or whatever platform that you use to listen to the podcast on. You could definitely leave a review there. I would definitely suggest either you could do Apple or Spotify to leave a review, or the website, Apple, or Spotify. Either one of those 3 is going to work, or whatever platform you use to listen to, because most likely I will find it. And you can also email me. You can send me a review directly via email. It's feedback@funpale.com, and you can email me your review, and I will put your review on the website. But anyhow, I'm going to go. You guys will definitely see me and hear from me again. Hopefully this year is absolutely prosperous for you, and you have your goals all set and ready to go. And till the next episode, guys, remember to love yourself, voice yourself, and be yourself. Have a great one.